Alright, not bad. I'm just going to punch him there and trade a little bit. Like I said, I just want to butter him up a little bit, make him use his cooldowns. His W has a long cooldown. Maybe it is a gank opportunity that arises. Again, Sejuani could be lane ganking here, so it's not... I'm going to ignite him here just for the vision. I didn't E him there, that's my bad. I don't think this will be anything, but it is worth just punching him here and seeing what happens. I don't have my E, that's my bad. If I had my E, I definitely think that would have been good. Either way, the gank still did its job, which is create a freeze for me. So what I do in this situation is, since the wave is still frozen, what I like to do is just completely send it and zone my opponent. So you'll notice he lost all those melee creeps because he tried to come back into the bush and get the experience when the wave was bad. What I did was I just put my body in front of him and I said, no. Now I did misplay. He should have died there or at least burned his flash. Now he's going to TP back, and because I tanked some of the next wave, I actually don't get the crash here. So this is going to be scary because he's going to TP back and he's going to be in a good spot. So I'm going to see how we can recover this. The first thing you want to look at is when you're going to hit level 5, since that's your next spike. This is when you're going to get a lot of base stats. But you'll notice this is where the Doran's Blade comes in very handy. Now, the goal here is to trade really hard with him and try to hit my spells on the wave as well. That way I can maybe crash the wave, because this is what I'm playing for. If he lets me crash, I'm very happy, because that's what I'm playing for. Got him to burn TP there. If I can crash this wave and recall, I'm in a much better spot than he is, because I'm going to be able to spend gold, have a better buy than he is, because now I'm going to have Doran's Blade, Boots plus Longsword, which is more gold than Kindle Gem. And I'm going to be in a better spot now. Multiple ways to build, but I'm going to go ahead and do this. No potions. He has no potions. I feel comfortable this way. It's obviously up to you how exactly you play that, what exactly you buy here, but I'm comfortable with this recall. All right, he's going to slow push the wave back, and here's where my next ignite is basically when I want to kill him. So the thing about ignite versus TP, if you manage to bounce these waves, you're about equal in XP. He will be ahead a little bit, but the thing is the experience that he's going to be ahead of you does not compare to the power of ignite. So what you do here is you let him crash this wave, and then the next wave, if he doesn't fast push this, the next wave is the wave that I'm going to try and freeze on. I'm going to be really annoying on, and I'm going to look to burger flip him into my tower or all in him in front of my tower. You get the idea. Either way, I just take the XP here. I'm going to catch up on the CS soon enough, right? When this wave is coming to me, I'm going to catch up. So the idea here is, because he didn't fast push the last wave, this wave is going to be crashing right in front of my tower, as you can see. And it's hard for Rengar to jump on both me and the wave right now. So this is exactly how you want to play. You don't want to use any spells, because I don't need to, right? He has to come to me. So I'm going to wait until he does exactly that. I'm going to fight on that CS, because it's a little bit awkward, a little further than I would like. That's good enough. I'm going to use E here because the wave is about to crash. Same thing here. He's going to play to freeze this wave. I'm going to punch him here. Whoa, 1 HP there with the flash auto. I was really hoping that flash auto would finish him off, but didn't quite. But you get the idea. You put the wave in a bad spot, you all in him. A little bit more juice there, I would have finished him off. Perhaps I could have played it better. I did not, however. Nice of Maokai is also prepared to help me there. Quite nice that he actually came to put a sapling there to make sure I don't die there, since if I can crash this next wave, I'll be in a great spot. Now, normally I like to tank tower shots to stack my grit here, but obviously since Sejuani was hovering just now, I won't. Actually, I'll show you the idea. So you tank a tower shot here, and then you get a bigger W. Helps crash the wave. Now, could go for a plate there, but I'm just going to play it safe. Actually, a plate would have been really nice. I should have, but instead I'm just going to go grab the plated steel caps. Paratabai is going to help me run him down and chase him. He has no flash. I have no flash or ult, so this is all going to be about running at each other. Play would have been nice, though. That said, I don't regret not going for it. He did use his flash, and that was the idea there. Obviously, he was one hit from dying. It's not about lucky or not. You can say lucky or whatever. It doesn't matter. It's not about that. The point is, the play made sense. Next time I might kill him or I might not. It doesn't matter. We do need Draven to hover here, since this is a very scary situation. Actually, that Silas is dead to the Shock Blast, is he not? Oh, I don't know why we didn't hover for a Shock Blast there, since I'm pretty sure he was dead if we did. He's very low. Alright, with Ninja Tabai, I feel super confident to just run this guy down. Alright, I'm just going to back up now, because he's giving me respect, and if he's giving me respect, I need to be very careful where Sejuani is. Never mind, I see her now. That means I'm going to pick a fight with him. I wanted to hit him there, that's my bad, I misclicked. I want to hit him and take his bone plating off before I really commit to a fist fight. Definitely want to get in a fist fight. Stun him, punch him in the face, he WWs, and that's good enough. You don't have to use your W. If you use W, that's what's going to cost you your ability to fist fight. Your W is really the skill you need in order to fist fight. That's what you're playing for a set. It's all about your W. Once you use your W, you're vulnerable. Even if you're half health, you use W, that's when you're vulnerable. That's when he can all in you. If you're half health, he can't all in you. He cannot jump on you in Q. And you will win half health to full health if he doesn't use his ferocity to actually hit you. This is the idea of the matchup. That's what you're playing for. I wanted to hit him mid-air there because, again, this is what Rengar does. He dances around, but that's not my intent here. I'm not trying to kill him. The entire purpose of my trades is to make it harder for him to reach the wave, crashing into my tower. That's what I'm playing around. That's what I'm stopping him from doing. Just going to make sure I ping here with Rengar's ultimate coming. 1-for-1 here, that's fantastic, but needs to start running. Rengar is going to come with ult. And if you can manage to kill Rengar here or trade a 1-for-1 or anything like that, since Rengar has no flash, so going for this dive is risky, that's going to be fantastic for me. Same thing, if he does not manage and Rengar doesn't go, I'm not going to break my freeze just yet. I'll break my freeze if Rengar makes that play. That's the idea. And again, we're going to try and stop him from entering the bush, make it difficult for him. Obviously, he's going to try, and he's going to be annoying about it, and that's okay. I'm just trying to make it as difficult as possible for him to crash this wave. Annie is here, so we're going to respect a little more. Do not want to be in a position where I die here. No need to take that risk. Once Annie is recalled, since we have vision, continue to play aggressive. And again, it's all about stopping him from crashing the wave. That's all that matters. That's how you gain advantages against him. 10 CS lead. It's pretty nice already, right? Doesn't have to be more than that, guys. The CS lead will build. I'm going to use my ward in this bush here because I feel safe enough from Sejuani's ganks that I do not need it anywhere else. And again, you notice I'm not really using my spells. I'm punching him sometimes with Q. When he uses E like this, I'm going to ignite him and I'm just going to all in him right here. Missed my W there, that's my bad, but he's still stuck. I have tier 2 shoes. He has no flash. I'm going to run him down and punch him to death. As you can see, simple as that. I've played a bunch of Rengar. Getting put in this spot is just miserable. I'll be honest with you guys. And now I'll get to show you this neat little trick, since I do believe I saw Sejuani in the bottom side. Tank 2 tower shots, sometimes 3. I'll whack a fat W and just EW that wave. Blow it up immediately. Could hit the plate here, but the same idea as last time. I'm going to recall immediately, just to make sure I have all the tempo I need. He's going to TP back most likely to catch this wave, and in this case, my recall is not going to change, right? So yeah, it sucks to lose 175 gold potentially if he denies the gold by not killing the creeps in time, but it doesn't change my recall, and I would rather be back to my lane as fast as possible to repeat the process. I want to keep this cycle going of me immediately starting to contest them on the first wave. So if I can start contesting him on this wave already, trading some HP, buying time, stopping him from crashing on wave 2, because this is the wave he has to blow up with a big wave here. So the way to play it as Rengar is you crash this wave, like you jump up this wave, and when this wave shows up, you just blow up the second wave, and if your opponent wants to fight you in the middle of the lane, that's where you're most advantaged. I'm going to walk up them in a little bit here, but I need to be very careful because Sejuani will definitely be sniffing. So I'm just going to grab that cannon. I'm going to back the F up. Again, this is what it's all about. This is how you have to play against Rengar, Jax, etc. When they have these big slow pushes, Darius, these slow pushes when you play in the middle of the lane, I understand that you're coming. I'm still going to stay here. Why? Because I don't have to base just yet. I have time to contest. I want to fight first, and then I'm going to spend... There you go. And now I'm going to recall. That's good enough. I'm stopping him from taking this wave before Draven gets here, which is what really matters. When Draven arrives here, he needs to have a minion wave to pressure this tower. This is mandatory. If Rengar can take this wave in our face, we have nothing to play with as our fed Draven. Our fed Draven has to wait 30 seconds before the next wave arrives. It's imperative as a top laner you deny that, because look at that. He's trying to play the game here. He literally cannot. He tries to touch the wave. Against Gragas and Draven, he can't play the game. I'm going to go mid here instead of going to go bot because, simply put, Sylas is low HP. I may be able to just flash R him and kill him here, so we'll see how that works. Either way, if I can deny them taking this mid wave, that also means we have even more pressure on the map top side. It doesn't matter if Zeri gets all these plates. I really don't care. I do care that I missed the cannon, though. That always sucks. But the point is, pressure mid is so much more valuable than pressure bot right now, even if I go stop the Zeri from taking plates. Pressuring mid turret here, making the enemy Sejuani show up and stop me. Just gives more breathing room to Draven, because they can't tower dive me anyway without Sylas. I know that for a fact. Zeri is too weak together with the Annie and the Sejuani to tower dive me, especially without their ultimates. I feel very confident that pressuring mid is the right play. You notice how here, you see how not having Sylas here because I went mid and made sure he couldn't, well, he's going to move eventually, but this is exactly why I didn't want to let him move here, because you see how he can win 2v3 so easily. Even in 2v4, he ends up winning. What a beautiful play, actually, by him. I should have moved. I didn't realize he had flash to survive there. That's my mistake. My bot lane's playing incredibly well. I'm going to yoink this guy and just focus on killing him. Again, Silas is the biggest threat to him there, so I'm going to focus him and take him out of the fight. Again, because I went mid instead of bot lane, yes, I could lose my bot tower, but we're getting so much more top already. I don't have to get everything on the map. Sacrificing a little bit of advantage bot lane, giving those plates away for the opportunity to be closer to my strongest member that obviously wants to pressure super hard because he's 2.5 items at 13 minutes. He's a monster in this game. Making sure I'm near him so that he can take those fights. In fact, I even think I made a mistake going for tier 2. I should have immediately run to him just in case he can outplay. Now, he's obviously getting really cocky and he's just going to die like a dog in CC without cleanse. Couldn't have stopped that. I needed to recall after helping him. I was assuming he would too. But the point is, you get the idea. Opportunity cost is what it's called. I like to call it that way at least. Basically, paying the opportunity cost of not going mid there is removing an opportunity from your potential line of play, right? You're denying an opportunity for your Draven. Defending those plates comes at an opportunity cost, which is not immediately translated into gold, right? You can't say, oh, I'm going to kill 4 people top here. They might just open top and then get a tier 2 bot, right? Or a tier 1 bot lane. That's possible. They just finish this tower and nothing happens here top. We just reset, nothing happened, and then I lost 3 more plates than I should have. But the thing is, that's me making my Draven pay for an opportunity that he might miss. And I don't want that to happen because any opportunity to fight should be taken when he has such a gold advantage, right? He is incredibly rich. So obviously same thing here. I walk all the way top and now I'm going to make a play, move into the bottom side and contest with my teammates because now my Draven is back online and this is what it's all about. Be on the same side as your Draven when he's online. You don't matter. He's the main character right now, right? He's fed as hell. If you're fed as hell, you'd love your teammates to actually play around you, I'm sure. That's always nice. This guy's getting really cocky, and I'm not going to try and kill him because, again, it's not about me this game. I don't really give a shit. If she has flash, she can outplay me. If she has no flash, she's just dead playing like this. But defending the tier 2 whilst Draven is bot lane is all it's about. Now I have to recall because I obviously took a lot of damage. Hopefully my Draven will play a little safe here. That's what I'm hoping. Obviously, a lot of times they'll just go nuts here, but it's my opportunity now to recall, go top, and rinse repeat because my timing was used to defend the tower whilst Draven made a play bot lane. Still, I try to hover to his side as much as possible because that's what it's about. Just want to help you guys understand that. He's the main character. I'm just a player in the story. Same thing here. There's a fight mid lane, there's a wave. I don't care if it's at my tower, underneath my tower. It can be at my nexus for all I care. Okay, well, not the nexus because I don't want the game to end. But the point is, look at my body language. There's a fight. Draven's involved. I'm getting involved. It's as simple as that. I'm going to keep it real simple. I'm just going to flash ult this guy because the only way the enemy team can play the game is if they kill Draven. And you can tell me here it didn't matter because he's so fed. But let's say he's not as fed. He doesn't have BT quite yet. My flash ult there can make the difference between a game-winning fight or a game-ending fight. You know, the FF there. And that's what it's all about. You see, I lost that entire huge wave, right? Do I care? Absolutely not. The game's decided right there. What is 20 CS to a game-winning team fight? Absolutely nothing. Again, another explanation, excuse me for hitting the microphone, of what a opportunity cost is, right? Taking that wave top, is someone on my team has to pay an opportunity cost for that, right? Draven has to pay a chance that he cannot take the game-winning team fight, right? He has to not take a game-winning team fight because I decide that's 250, 300 gold for me, myself, when I am just another player in his game. Look at that. He has 26. The next is 10K. You know, that's the most on their team. That's how much I did. I'm just there to make sure Draven can play his game. That's my purpose in that game. So it doesn't make any sense for me not to move and drop those CS. Even if nothing happens there, it doesn't matter. Draven's so fed that any fight the enemy team takes, they're going to lose. And all you have to do is be persistent and keep coming, keep grouping. It's very rare that when you have this much of a gold lead that you're going to fall behind. Now, no, I am still farming. When I have moved and I made my play and I'm out of cooldown, so I have no ultimate because I used it in a fight. I lost my health bar because I obviously fought in a team fight. Or I'm dead. After I'm dead, after I've fought, I recall, I walk to the side lane, I push, and then I come and group again. I don't just mindlessly run to him over and over again, which is why I still have 130 CS compared to the 105, 96, 130. See, I still have the highest CS except for Draven, bar, obviously Zeri, which wasn't even grouping. She wasn't grouping at all. So even though Sejuani was strong and Silas was strong, this guy said, fuck you all, I'm farming on side lane. I don't care, I'm not going to group and try to kill this Draven at 2 items. I'm going to split push bot and go figure it out yourselves. again, another example of like, if Zeri was a little bit smarter with no cleanse, no flash on Draven after a top lane fight when he got his BT, he should have just been grouping. Because if you want me to open the VOD, actually, I think this is a very interesting VOD to show you guys the concept here very quickly. Hope you guys enjoy this type of explanation. But I'm just going to show you guys exactly what I mean, right? So I'm just going to give you guys the exact time where I meant this is where he definitely should have been grouping. Right here, after this, he has no flash, no cleanse, right? So after dying here, what is the excuse of not trying to group again and kill him again, right? This is my question here. Why are we playing so greedy with Zeri here? Isn't the idea of the game right now in order to pull it back as the enemy team here? Look at the game, right? Top isn't doing very well. Mid is like obviously suffering. Everyone is suffering except for Sejuani basically, and Zeri, I guess, but Zeri's down 6k gold because Draven. What is the excuse of not trying to kill Draven again here? How are we going to win this game? Kill Draven. There's no other way. So in my mind, you recall after taking this wave and you fucking group. All 5 of you. You find a way to kill this guy no matter what. He has no flash, no cleanse. You send 5 people on a mission to end his life here. What do we do instead? Right? Rengar obviously dicking around instead of being here for the fight. Zeri dicking around instead of being here for the fight because we're prioritizing these minion waves instead of just 5-manning. Imagine they were 5-manning here right now and now he gets bola'd into a Sejuani passive and dies. What I'm trying to say is like, you know, obviously we wouldn't have also lost this much HP on these guys if we were 5 people already, and then if Draven walks into us because he thinks he can 1v5 us, you have maybe a chance to stun him immediately after, a bola hits, and he hits a flash Q or flash W and stuns him. Sejuani follows up with E because they have many melee champions. There's a chance. And that's what I'm talking about. It's not, you can't describe this in gold. You cannot describe this as any other way than it's an opportunity cost, right? You farming that mid wave and not being there is denying Annie the opportunity to flash stun the cleanse, no flash, no cleanse Draven and potentially set up a kill when 5 people are there. But sometimes you need 5 people to win a 4v5 fight. Sometimes you need 4 people to win a 4v3 fight. And someone will have to suffer somewhere. And recognizing when it's your job to drop CS and grouping is what I'm trying to explain to you guys. Now, it's very rare, and AD carries usually don't want to, and I get it. I don't want to either. But this is the worst and most difficult part for everyone to understand in League of Legends.